Can you keep putting it up?
Oh, yellow.
Can you keep making it spike spurts? Can you put it up to red again?
Must be time.
She's staying on the second green. So the energy keeps coming and going there. She's in the yellow.
Mine's in the yellow.
She's in the yellow.
Back down to the second green.
Back down. Can you make her spike to red again, Spirits? Can you go the whole way up to red? Just like you did a couple of minutes ago. If I set this... Oh, there's the ramp all the way off.
Oh no.
Well, did it move?
Not move.
Right?
Not move.
Right, and there's no wind, guys. There's no wind.
That moved and then...
Yeah.
So here we go, Emma. What do you think of your first investigation so far?
Here we go. I'm going it's not even dark yet.
And here we go. This is still spiking.
Yeah. That is on the...
There's the orange. There's the orange. CJ, do you want to run and get the coldest box out of Damien's bag? Coldest box is the spirit box, Emma. That's how we hear them talk to us.
Oh, move
Oh.
again. Look.
Oh, look at that there. Look at that there.
Look.
Folks, welcome to tonight's live stream. You can clearly see that ramp pod being moved by the spirits.
There's no wind.
And there's no wind. It is calm as anything here at the minute.
That is crazy.
And look at my EMF meter spiking. We don't usually give out locations, but because you can't really wreck this place, we're out in Poyntzpass Railway Station.
Shit. Yellow. Orange.
Alicia, I'm sorry, I told you I'd let you know before we went on, but the activity just kicked off so unexpectedly. Look at this. And as the ramp pod was going off there, it was being moved. So Spurs, we just want you to know we're not here to harm you in any way. And we're not here to cause you any offence. We're just here to learn a little bit of history about yourselves and the station itself.
It's actually warm. It's actually warm. You
Um,
that wee device again.
The little black device in the ground, can you move it like you did a couple of minutes ago? It's actually there. Yeah, I think there is a couple here, Damien, because yours is going up and mine's going up too.
Yep. What's yours going? It's yellow.
Mine's actually sticking at yellow at the minute.
Yep.
Spiking into orange. It's going into orange.
Spiking up the red.
So we have a strong presence coming and going at the minute.
Just going to the yellow.
And folks, I don't know whether I had this live stream on when the ramp pod was moved. Did any of you see it?
Can you tell us who's here? How many of you are here?
Was he 6?
I thought it said 8.
16?
16.
I thought it was just
I
6.
thought it was 8. Oh, up the orange.
Spirits, can you confirm again just how many there is here?
No, it's just staying on the yellow. Look.
There's 6 again. And I thank you for your communication, Spirits.
It's constant. See, that's how it's just constant yellow.
So is mine. Mine's going from yellow to orange.
Yes. See,
So we definitely have a strong presence with us. So Spirits, can you tell us, we use passengers that used to use this station on a regular basis.
See, can you talk to Brendan Cavan, that was murdered at age 89.
Brent.
Up here.
Oh, right, Brendan Kavanagh. Have we got a Brendan Kavanagh among us? Did I hear my name there?
Here we go.
Thought I heard pubs. There's no Brendan Calvin coming through. So,
Went red for me.
did it go red there, Lammy? Yeah? Happy days.
The truck to
Not coming, no.
gunpoint in her pub.
Right. Is there any spirits here belonging to the pub?
The pubs, is it?
Originally from Paris.
Cara Crubbin?
Yeah.
Weird that doesn't have to do that.
So there's nobody here associated with the pub.
Might have to stay there.
Can you confirm that you used to be passengers here at the old station?
Just lying this area.
Or did you used to work on the railway line?
This was opened on the 16th of January 1862.
That's right, and it was closed down again in 1965 and then,
Reopened in 1984.
yeah, by Northern Ireland Railways. That's right. So there's a wee brief history of the station, guys.
There you go.
But in the history of the station, it doesn't give any names of who we should be contacting this evening. So we're just going to sort of hit and hope. So spirits, can anybody come through and tell us one of your names?
Hello.
Hello?
What's that?
Lost.
Are you lost? We definitely have presences around us. Not there's that's still flashing up into the yellow.
There's going nuts.
You see, guys, the two EMF meters are flashing.
This one here is just quiet at the minute. Yours is going nuts.
So I think maybe they're standing around here.
I do.
You know, they were standing here with us.
Here we go. When you come from here, you do this again. It's not that that moved twice, isn't it?
That's amazing. That moved twice. That's class.
Just like the night that moved. Yeah, remember the night the compass box moved?
That's right. It was turned around. That's right. You know, and guys, there's myself and Clodagh, and there's CJ. And with this is Emma's first investigation this evening. So everybody, welcome Emma. This is our new member. And Damien's here. So 4 other people can testify that it's a very calm night, there's no wind.
Yeah.
And as soon as I went live, this REM pod went off, it beeped, and I was also moving back and forward.
Is William here with us?
If you can sort of get us a couple of names,
Yeah, the
CJ.
history up here.
Oh, happy days.
There you go.
Happy days. So,
Blacker.
Blacker.
Blacker, yeah.
So guys, CJ has just got the history of the railway station, so we're going to let CJ ask a couple of questions. There we go, there's a move again. There's a moving, guys.
Yeah, Pabs, I just got touched.
Huh?
You get touched?
Did you get touched?
Like down here.
Oh, holy
Both down here were like
But you're having a good night.
Guys, Emma's forced investigation and she's only out there been touched at the bottom of the leg.
Careful.
yeah, it was like brushed along.
Yeah.
And the paranormal activity here at the minute is absolutely nuts.
You alright?
I'll tell you what, the spirits must like you.
Yeah.
There's not many people get a forced investigation like this.
Maybe you want to ask any question, maybe not. Just ask any question. Yeah? Ask anything. Just ask anything.
Just remember, Emma, see in this game, there's no such thing as a stupid question. But listen, you don't have to if you don't want to. See if you're forced investigation, if you just want to observe, that's absolutely fine. That's no problem at all.
Ask the name. Is it William Blacker? Is there William Blacker with us?
Just want to drink some yard and just say hello and number. And then you don't have to do anything else.
Just like this. Hello, spirits, I'm Pabs.
I'm Damien.
I'm Emma.
I'm CJ.
Clodagh.
And we're all very glad to be here this evening communicating with you guys. And we'd like to thank you for your communication back to us. We'd like to thank you for doing the little simple things we've asked you to do. And it's amazing the way you have been able... Oh, there we go. That was moved again.
So can the spirit come forward that's just brushed his legs there, or move the rampart? Can you give us your name? Can you come forward?
You alright?
Communicate.
You feel it again?
Communicate via that little white box there. Are you just speaking into it?
Can I ask who's touching Emma? Okay.
I just remember, Spurs, we're not here to harm you.
Checking that's not.
Could you see your name again there, madam? The thing is, Emma, see, because we've been talking about it, your forced investigation, they may try and be a little mischievous. So if you get touched again, don't be worrying about it. They don't mean you any harm. They don't mean you any harm at all.
Is Mr. MC living here?
You wish you could manifest in front of this camera.
Oh, there we go. That's the EMF meters, guys, still going up, still spiking.
Yeah, just spiking the out there.
So, you know, we're still.
Casper's lighting up.
Casper's lighting up, is he? So, guys, we had a new ramp pod here.
Yep.
Sorry to drag us away from the spirit box, but this is our new ramp pod. This is Slimer. Was made by a friend of mine in England. He's what you call a ramp pod bear, and he just goes off just like normal ramp pods like this. And just there a minute ago, CJ and Emma noticed that he was going off. So we are definitely having spirit activity here tonight in Poyntzpass. Thank God. Emma on our forced investigation has already been touched twice at the bottom of the leg. But that's just the spirits being a little bit mischievous. I don't believe they mean her any harm, or mean us any harm. So I hope you guys are enjoying it, because it's really kicking off at the minute. Hello Mark, hello Siobhan, hello everybody else.
Was it a man's voice or a woman?
Hello.
Must be Mr. T.M. Weatherhead. Or the one named Weatherhead.
Weatherhead. Oh, you better not laugh.
Well, we have the spirits of little children here with us.
There's could have been a child that was trying to play with Slimer, you see.
And then this here sat in us off through the noise like.
Because they could have been very small children just walking over trying to mess about with it, you see.
Yeah.
Because remember, Poyntzpass would have been used in a lot of family day outings when the trains would have been coming past here to go to the likes of Warren Point during the summer. So,
Can you copy me? What?
20,000.
20,000 pounds.
what was that? Right? There's a woman came through and said something there. I'm not too sure what she said though.
I got a hay from the collar.
Are you still with us, spirits? I mean, the energy's died down a wee bit over here. It's a seem to be concentrating more over your end now, do you?
Yeah. Once again, it's not really much audio, it's the equipment.
It's the equipment, yeah. Because we haven't really had much audio.
It's the same there. Oh, there's the PK2s going the other way.
Actually, there's the yellow, yeah.
So whatever's here is just as we said, it's around this area.
It's around this area.
Yeah. And then whatever set Slimer off. Good shit.
Oh, you're way up into the orange, do you? You're way up into the orange.
Coming over beside me.
Have we got any mischievous spirits here with us this evening? Have we any spirits that like a good bit of a laugh? Because the way they were setting off the ramp pod and moving it, the touching Emma's leg, and then Slimer going off. I reckon they're just trying to get us to run in and out. Just trying to mess about with us.
What was that we kept moving from one location to the other? And every time we went from one, something happened.
It was the first night up in the wee house in Monk's Hill.
That's it.
It was the first night up in Monk's Hill.
That's it.
And a week of some activity, 3.5 hours, solid activity that night. But there's very, very little audio tonight. Like, it's not as if we're not asking questions, we're asking plenty of questions.
Is Mr. Swan here with us?
Okay.
Oh, cheers to you.
You just seen them. No, don't worry about it.
Oh, there we go again. It's moving. The ramp pod's moving as it's going off. There's nobody standing beside that. And there it goes again. Thank you, spirits.
Is that Mr. Swan setting it off for us?
If it is Mr. Swan, could you set it off again?
Or Mr. Williams?
Or do you see that little white box on the ground? Could you stand beside it and just speak into it and tell us your name? Chris?
Chris, yeah.
Chris? Hello, Chris. I'm Pabs. How are you this evening?
Just in case.
I might record the session too.
So we don't start. No, it's not.
Hello, Chris.
There's our, yeah.
Yeah. So tell me this here, Chris. Did you work in this railway station, Chris? Oh, what the hell?
It'd be good. Down into the tunnel.
Oh.
What the bloody hell?
Pabs, there's a spot to go to.
Where's that?
Lisburn Tunnels.
I'm gonna walk down here.
I know where he's at. Lisburn Tunnels.
Yeah, Lismore. It's just somewhere down here.
Oh, Lismore.
Lismore
It's not the Lissummon Tunnel.
could be.
The Lissummon Tunnel's back in the road, closer to Jarrett's Pass. Or there could be a couple of tunnels along here as well. I don't know. I just know of the Lissummon Tunnel. Is it Lismore it says, yeah?
Yeah, I think that's how you pronounce it.
So hello, Chris. Sorry for ignoring you there, Chris. So Chris, could you tell us? Did you work in the railway station here? See, when you're asking questions too, Emma, one of the important things is for spirits to build up the energy to answer you. Always give them at least maybe 10 to 20 seconds to answer you, you know.
It's behind the church.
Right?
Where there was a man got shot from Michael O'Brien's home.
Right?
What names?
I wonder what church this is now.
Well, there's a church over across there.
Calling that one over there, because that's a very old church. The cover that is right. Maybe have a wee look. I come out some
Drumbanner, Banner Church.
Drumbanner. That could be. I don't know. That could be Drumbanner. I'll maybe come out one of the days during the week and have a wee look around, you know. So don't want to be doing it tonight in case any of the residents sort of are looking out. I think we're trying to break in. So Chris, sorry about that again. So you never said whether you worked here or not. Were you just an ordinary passenger who used the station a lot? What did he say there?
Fucker.
I thought he said fart. Chris, could you just repeat what you said there? Did you say anything rude to anybody?
There's no Chris's to do with the train station going by the records.
Right, I see.
There's William Bales, Thomas Pro, Richard M. Walker, Williams Franklin, Miriam Perker,
Right.
Edwards, and Mary Hannah.
Saying, unless he was just a customer that used the station a lot. Or Chris, can you tell us, were you just an ordinary resident of the village who just visited the station a lot? Were you interested in the railways in general? There's somebody, a man said Kate there. Would you just read out a Kate there, CJ, did you?
William Thomas, Richard, James Cooper, Mary Ann, and Mary Hannah.
Right, and there was a man came through there and said Kate. So sir, could you tell us who Kate is? Sometimes our spirits will just give you dummy information just to try and mislead you, you know. So guys, it seems as if most of the activity has stopped at the minute. Now the EMF meters are still spiking to a certain degree, and as you can see, our phones are well away from them, so it's not the phones that's causing it. The phones had to be right up beside it. Look, there, spiking to red when I put the phone right up beside it. So
Just read. There's a.
What's that there one?
But you see, they removed the monster.
Is it the treatment? Does it start off with the treatment?
Yeah.
Or a woman of ill fame?
See, from O'Brien down, just happened to be delivering the coal in the street.
I just happened to be living in the coal in the street. Eventually the police arrived and with difficulty, as the report states, removed the monster to the barracks. Most of the disturbances arose out of the navvies' visits to public houses and other places, as the following reports to illustrate. A woman of ill fame named Mary Johnson charged a navvy named William Nelson with having committed a grievous assault upon her. When the evidence appeared that two of the navvies went into the residence of this girl and assaulted her, knocking her down and dragging her by the hair, she says. Right, so what's the name? Was it Mary Johnson and William Nelson? Oh, as soon as we mentioned them names. So, okay, spirits, okay. So, have we got Mary Johnson with us? Or a William Nelson? Yeah. And there's two names. I was just reading there in the history. I was reading a wee bit out loud, and as soon as I said the two names, that went off again. It's either Mary Johnson or was it William Nelson?
Yeah, William.
So Mary or William, if you are with us.
What? I want to look.
This one up here's gone off now. This rampart up here's going off, folks. I just reckon the spirits are sending us on a wild goose chase tonight. I reckon they're being I just reckon the spirits are being a wee bit mischievous tonight, guys. Because Emma was just standing at the entrance to the little shelter there, and she heard a rampart going off, and when we all came out, there was this one here. So, spirits, if there's anybody around here with us, could you touch that little black device again? Could you make that go off for us? I'm sorry for jumping away from the inside of the shelter, but as soon as I hear another rampart going off, or as soon as I see activity taking place somewhere else, I have to go and investigate it. It's just looking as if it could just be a spirit just walking past, just going about its business, with no intent of communicating with us. Just could have walked over the rampart and set it off. That's just the way it's looking at the minute. Only time will tell. If the three of us get back down now to Damien and CJ, and this goes off again, then you could safely say they're just trying to have a bit of a laugh with us tonight. Which I don't mind, as long as we're getting spirit activity. That's the name of the game. They can have as much of a laugh as they want. And believe me, guys, we're getting plenty of spirit activity here tonight. I knew a few weeks ago when I came out just to check this place out, and I put a few ramparts down and put a spirit box on, I knew this place was going to be active. That's why I picked this for an investigation. So I'm just going to go in, and Damien and CJ are asking a few questions, so I'm just going to let them fire away and film.
Nice going on here.
Yours?
Houses?
It is, because it seems a rampart will go off. I mean, there's Slimer went off, and when we went down, nothing else happened. Yeah. Then that there went off up there. When we went up, nothing else happened.
It's the same thing in the end.
So they're either messing us about, or else it's just a spirit walking past, going about its business. It's one of them two anyway, I believe.
You going to talk to us, will you?
There we go.
Very royal history there, are you?
Yeah, there's about 5 pages.
Is there?
Is there?
Because every time you...
Oh, just the railway station?
Yeah, this is all the history up in here.
Oh, fuck.
We were mentioning that there earlier on, the place is starting to come through.
So, we're going to be here for a wee while yet, guys. CJ has a load of history of the railway station there on our phone.
Is the beast here with us?
And don't be mistaking yourselves for me. I'm the original beast.
There's one pull by her.
So you killed 2 women?
Oh, killed 2 women?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You killed Esther Scott as well?
Do we have Esther here with us?
I did yesterday. CJ, did you say that yesterday?
He's running along the street with Nelson after the woman.
Right.
And killing him. And throwing stones at the man that she was with.
3 stones?
Yeah, stones. He was arrested and brought before Mr. Bryan, who arrested you and let you free.
Got another one on our hands now, haven't we?
An eye killer. I know. We can fairly pick him, can't we?
I want to go to Duckett's.
So do I. Right, guys, we're all going to County Carlow the night. Claude is driving.
We always get nasties.
Is Pat here with us? The big policeman that arrested him? Pat Quinn.
Is there anybody here that was involved in the murder? Set off the little black device with the aerial, like his help been doing. I would say this is just a night where the spirits are sussing us out. We may actually need to come back at some stage and do another investigation.
With John Gallagher, John McGee, Michael Pedersen be here with us. You all got arrested.
That K2 was up in the second green there, perhaps.
Was it, yeah?
That's 6 people that got arrested.
Six people were arrested.
People.
Was it 6 came through on their own?
Yeah, that's what must have been 6.
I remember I heard 6 coming through in the spirit box when I asked how many there was. There was 6 at stage, yeah. See, you won't just pass us that wee EVP recorder there and just look. I'll finish this because there doesn't seem to be
audio.
Don't seem to be anybody really coming through. We are getting a couple of words here and there, but there's really none to write home about coming through on the spirit box. It is more the equipment that's going off, you know.
Well, mine and yours is doing the same up into the second green.
Oh Jesus, there's Jared McGee. Well, what about you, mate?
Well, Jared.
Your niece is here.
Jared, your niece is here on our first investigation tonight. Emma's here with us. Say hello to your uncle Jared.
Shit.
But the spirits do seem to be using the equipment more to communicate rather than talking to us on the spirit box. Shit.
Shit. What's shit?
Is life shit?
Yeah.
Or are we disturbing you from taking one?
Put a hell up in my arms here.
Hurst?
Yeah.
Hurst, well, what's Mr. and Mrs. Hurst's first name?
Pounds.
Oh, mine's up into the red. Oh. Sorry, guys. Mine just spiked to the red there now.
Mine's got up to the yellow. Just getting into the
There's Damien's up into the yellow. Mine's sort of staying in the yellow, going back and forward.
Go on, can we go to
The
red?
house that we could check out maybe.
Where was that now? Station Master's house at Loch Gilly. So is that, cause I just see there's the Loch Gilly tunnel they're talking about. Entrance to Loch Gilly tunnel.
Where's that?
Well, that's different. That's different than the Summon one now.
There's one in Market Hill.
Market Hill, the Loch Gilly tunnel. I'm going to have to find that out. So if the station master's house is still there, you know, it could be abandoned and it could be in ruins.
Yeah.
But it'd be worth trying to see if it's still there,
Would be.
and maybe going out and doing an investigation,
I think so.
providing it hasn't been renovated and lived in.
Well, that's what's left to it, but looks of it.
So is that it there? That's what's left of it. Well, let's see. In passing, we can maybe do something. Because at the end of the day, it's not actually the building itself. It's the actual grounds. It's the location that will remain haunted.
Yeah.
I mean, if another house is built there, that house will be haunted, you know.
Hamilton's Bond.
Hamilton's Bone.
Yeah.
That's out right beside Rich Hill.
That's where the train accident happened.
After the train accident happened on its way to Warren Point, I think they
Learned that
were.
in school.
Yeah.
Learned that in school.
15 pages worth of history.
15 pages.
Is it? Yeah. Fuck, fair play to you, CJ. You wouldn't send me the link on Messenger.
There you
Yeah.
go.
I'll get a wee look at it tonight. Because I'd say we're going to have to come back here some night.
Well, make it flash to red, please. I'll shut the sweet device off again.
Jared says, niece, I'm confused. I'll put a load of wee funny faces. Oh, is your mine up into the red? Look.
Oh shit.
Mine's going up into the red. So we definitely have spurred energies.
Yeah, we've been sussed.
I hear, Jared, you're missing a good investigation tonight, right from the outset. We've had loads of activity. And your niece was actually touched in the back of the ankle. There's Clodagh just filming my Who was that? That was CJ. I heard my voice there. It was like somebody is. Are the Spurs trying to fucking copy me?
People can join the live stream.
That's right, so you remember the group, you see. So CJ Mallows is watching. She's also investigating.
She's doing double duty.
She's double jobbing.
Double jobbing today.
But there's really none coming through the spirit box, like.
No.
We're having the odd word here and there, but there's nothing to give us any clue about who's here, you know, why they're here, you know, what do they have to do with this place.
Because if you ask a question in the spirit box and you're not getting a reply, it's hard to what do I ask now, you know?
I know.
Unless you're getting a full-scale, well, not a full-scale conversation.
And they're just setting the equipment off at random too. They're really not responding to questions using the equipment either.
No.
See, another way Spurs will communicate with you, if they don't like using the spirit box, they'll use the equipment, like lighting this here up or putting the RAM pods off, you know, to signal a yes or no answer, you know. But they're not even doing that tonight. They're just setting everything off at random. So I reckon they're just sussing us out and having a bit of fun with us tonight. There we go.
There we go.
I told you. I told you. There's the ramp pod up and down. So we would definitely have a good strong presence in this wee shelter with us. And there's no doubt about it.
I just put that beside you because when Pavlos was beside you, it was good up.
So the Spurs do seem to be centred around here.
Yeah, just this
you know.
location here, yeah.
So
Oh.
Arani is getting photographs because I'm doing the live stream. I can't take photographs.
That's it.
You know.
Get a couple of photos.
Oh, it's his cousin Alicia. Oh, right. I thought you were Jared's niece.
I thought that as well.
It's CJ's fault.
I told
I'm only joking, CJ. Oh, Alicia's taking screenshots. Happy days. Yeah, sort of doing the same.
thing.
It's trying to get the energy to do the two of them together, you know.
Keep splashing the red light.
So they're more over to your side now. Actually stand to your right hand side. So you can see the way, guys, the Spurs were sort of similarly lighting up the two EMF meters at once, spiking the red at the same time there for a minute. So that is actually the sign of a spur that has, you know, basically a good lot of energy. And when they can do something like that. What was that banging?
The cars.
Alright, just going over the tracks. So the spur here does seem to have a good lot of energy. It's setting off the ramp pod too, but it's just not communicating through the spur box. But folks, this is our first time doing here, and a lot of times when you do go to a place for the first time, the spirits suss you out because obviously they don't know you, and usually you find when you get back the second time you get more communication, you know.
Casper's going off there.
Huh?
Casper's going off there.
Was he? Yeah. Sorry, CJ, I interrupted you there before. What were you going to say? I'm
I
sorry.
remember now.
Oh, Jay, I'm sorry. I do apologise.
Last time we did get activity, but we got tossed up to the photos. Taking photos.
That's right, yes, down at Douglas Grove. Down at Douglas Grove we got very, very little audio. It was all on the photographs. Yeah. No, Daniel's not here tonight, no. But I have to say, you know, Emma's doing very well for her first investigation. She's very keen, she's very interested. And she's enjoying herself, that's the main thing. And that's what Paranormal Shenanigans is about. Yep. When you put that up, so it's here, it's around here.
Yeah.
I could have torn that. Yeah. The EMF probably set that off. See, that's why I don't put devices too close to each other. See, even the way I'm holding this a good bit away from the phone.
Yeah.
I mean, if I was to put the phone right up beside this, look.
Yeah, it goes up.
It goes up the red. So that's why you hold it a good bit away, so you can't get any false readings. So when that's spiking the red, because I have this a good bit away from the phone, you know that it's a proper reading that it's getting, you know.
Yeah. Still spiking.
Still spiking. See, when both of them's going up into the red from time to time there. You know. Hello, Francis. Well, by the way, guys, I'd just like to say one thing before I continue. Just our followers, I'd just like to say thanks very much to everybody for supporting the group. Your support really means a lot to us. Unfortunately, as a last resort, we had to do this due to some annoying people on the main page. So each and every one of you guys are very, very welcome to this group, and we hope you are enjoying it. I hope you are enjoying your weekend. So that's me. They're definitely saucing us out.
Nope. Oh, there.
We're not getting much audio anyway.
It must be small, because if I put stuff up the red, it must be small enough.
Or it could just be where the energy in them centered, you know. So they're definitely over closer to you, because I'm standing here, and it's mainly concentrating on the second green. It's going up into the yellow the odd time, you know. So it's actually just where you are, CJ, there. Just mainly that's where they're.
Yeah.
So mine started to spike a wee bit once I put mine down. And you can see how the spirit is running out of energy, because it's unable to make the two of them go up the red anymore. So it's actually the spirit that's with us, guys, is, you know, it's losing its energy. So
It's gone now.
I do believe at the minute we only have one spirit with us. Earlier on we had 6. That's what I said in the spirit box. Very, very little audio tonight. But really, the devices we're using really kicked off. And I hadn't really got time to warn anybody where we're going live. We just had to do it straight away because, you know, the activity just started out of the blue. We're out at Poyntzpass Railway Station, Francis. Here we are here. But we don't mind giving away this location because it's out in the countryside. It's out in a nice wee quiet village, and I trust that nobody will come in here and do damage. If they do, they deserve a good fucking kicking. We waited till the last train passed before we started the investigation. So no more trains tonight. If you can see the light on down on the track, that's just a signal light. Yeah, so we're out in Poyntzpass. I was out here a couple of weeks ago just checking the place out during the day, and I got a wee bit of activity out here. So I knew this would be a good place for an investigation, and lo and behold, we were only here about 5 minutes, and the next thing everything just kicked off. It just seemed as if all the devices went off at once. And now the activity has sort of died down. So I'm just going to try one more time, guys, to make communication with them again. So spirits, is there anyone still here with us? Are you a little bit worried of us here tonight? If we come back another time, would you be happy enough to communicate with us? But I just want to reiterate, Spurs, we don't mean there's any harm in any way, shape or form. And we're hoping the next time you come back, or we come back, you'll be happy enough to talk to us. You see, the EMF is still mainly staying in the yellow, which suggests that there is quite a strong presence with us. That's just what I'm picking up, but none of the rest of the devices are going off. Nothing's coming through the spirit box, so I think really the communication for this evening's done. And as you know yourself, guys, some nights investigations, they can take an hour. Other nights, you know, I was talking to Alicia today, and she was saying to me about the night that I streamed for over 2 hours. Actually, wasn't that long ago. So that's just the way it is in paranormal investigation. You know, nothing is 100% guaranteed. You cannot guarantee activity. You can't guarantee, you know, anything. You can't guarantee how long an investigation is going to take place. Well, just bear with us for a couple of wee minutes, just to find out what we're going to do, because it's early yet, and even if we're finished here, there's a little house on down the towpath, and if the team agrees, we'll make it down and do a wee bit of it, see what it's like, and end this live stream and start another one once we get to the house. But we'll see what we're going to do first. How do you feel? The house? Are you okay for doing it?
Where is it?
As you drive on down I know the direction we went that night. Aye, and you can actually drive in that section. That because you know the Kevin and Sean live down there. But it's on past there. You know the bridge that we came to that night by mistake, and we had to turn round and come back up. It's only about 2 miles down. So we house just about a couple of yards past it, and then just up a wee hill about 10 metres. So guys, there we go. We're going to get the equipment together, and we're going to head down to the wee house on down the towpath. Activity here seems to have ceased for tonight. That was just Clodagh walking past, don't worry. Hanging up here to get the ramp pod that's up here. So I'd say within the next 20 minutes or so, 20 minutes to half an hour, we'll be back with the second live stream of the night. As I said, you can't guarantee how long an investigation is going to take place. All communication seems to have stopped here at Poyntzpass. But we do believe, because it's happened to us before, that the spirits were just sussing us out, and we're going to come back some other night and do an investigation, hopefully where they will talk to us a wee bit more thoroughly. But for the time being, we're just going to get the equipment, put it away, and jump in the car and head down to the little house, and we'll be back on with the second live stream, hopefully within 20 minutes to half an hour, okay? So thanks very much, Spirits, for joining us for this first one, and for Spirits. Oh fuck me, my head's wrecked tonight, guys. Thank you very much, folks, for joining us for this first investigation, and we'll see you within 20 minutes to half an hour.